Elden Ring's world is filled with amazing locations from the moment you start the game and all the way to the bitter end where you challenge the final boss. So for this region lock challenge, we are going to experience the late stages of the game and find out if you can beat Elden Ring if I start in the Mountaintops of the Giants. This challenge includes 3 big restrictions because of the nature of our starting location. First, we cannot upgrade our weapons. Oh, there are upgrade materials in the mountaintops, but we are lacking the lower tier ones, meaning that our weapons will always stay at +0. Second, limited healing and mana flasks, no crafting, and an overall limited arsenal of items to pick from. And third, no talisman upgrades or physics flask. This one is nasty, as those are some of the best ways to overcome the issue of not being able to upgrade our weapons. On top of all of that, we are a base level character in an area where even fully spec'd out builds tend to get easily one-shot. As a result, we will use every single dirty tactic at my disposal to beat this challenge. Alright, first we need to pick our starting class. After some thought, I ultimately chose the Vagabond. His initial stat distribution and item loadout is gonna be very useful once we establish a foothold in the world. Since I am of course a devout practitioner of the occult, we're gonna use some black magic to start this one off. But before that, we have to exit the tutorial area and go have our first conversation with our maiden Melina. It's 100% required. If we don't talk to her here, we won't be able to progress further than the mountaintops, turning this into a very short video indeed. That means also we're gonna have our horse and the ability to level up. I might be insane, but I'm not insane enough yet to do a level 1 no weapon upgrades no horse challenge run. That's reserved for future Toto. Anyways, after some black magic, we find ourselves suddenly in the mountaintops. Amusingly, Melina pays us yet another visit here and transports us to the Round Table Hold. So we are gonna have some extra options like equipping Ashes of War, but that's pretty much it. After juking Okina off a cliff for the Rivers of Blood, I wanted to start this run off very enthusiastically, mind you, by challenging the Fire Giant without any preparations whatsoever. And it turned out pretty much as you would expect. 69 damage, guys. This is actually... it's almost as if I actually planned this. Roll. That is some good damage. Did I actually stagger him? What in the... This should take a while, boys, but we should be done for in 15 minutes, I think. This is the get good fight. That attack is so stupid, man. This fight takes so goddamn long without weapon upgrades. We are gonna have to use every single possible item we can get our dirty little paws on to win this one. An obvious solution here is poison or scarlet rot. But both of those options should be out of our reach, right? Well, not exactly. See, there is still a couple of ways to expand our arsenal of areas we can visit, by using some questionable horse mechanics. But first, we make our way to my favorite Commander Nyal cheese for some lovely runes. For this one I just say work smarter. For this one I just say work smarter, not harder. Now we want to make our way to this exact spirit spring in the mountaintops. Here we have to perform a very precise jump and then use the double jump ability to hop over a kill box designed to, well, kill you. As stated previously, this takes some attempts as it's very precise, but eventually we managed to hop over the kill box and land on the lower section of this place. After literally reenacting my first 5 hours or so of playing Skyrim, we eventually managed to scale down the mountain and wind up directly at a teleporter, which takes us straight to a grace. Here we backtrack to the start of the area to find in a graveyard a Rotten Duelist. This guy has something I really want, the Rotten Battle Hammer. It applies a moderate amount of Scarlet Rot buildup, which will greatly help us in our current struggle. Scarlet Rot deals damage over time based on the maximum health of our enemy, so it's a godsend for a no weapon upgrades run. Let me just point out that these duelists are no joke, but after banging my head against him for 10 minutes, he eventually does bite the dust, or snow in this case. For the unaware, the access to the snowfields also grants us access to the Mogwin Palace by a cheekily placed teleporter in this area. After yet another reminder that AI will never pose a threat to the future of humanity, we find ourselves at a tried and tested bird farming spot. If you are wondering where I got the arrows from, there is a sneaky little merchant in the mountaintops that does actually sell normal arrows. With practically infinite runes at our disposal now, we at least solve the problem of totally being underleveled at this time. But I still want to grab 2 more things. When you play these games long enough, eventually, even gravity just becomes one of your buddies. Anyways, White Mask and Swarm of Flies are acquired now. The final weapon that I want to collect is called the Helfen Steeple. Still have no idea how to pronounce this shit honestly. It's dropped by one of those undead boat mofos near Castle Soul. Since this guy is easily able to one-shot us, we will take the chicken route of shooting him with 99 arrows repeatedly and only then sliding in to finish the job. I'm not gonna say much about this beautiful greatsword, but I'll tell you this, it's goddamn powerful, man. The strategy for the fire giant was simple. Spray Scarlet Rot and pray the giant won't stomp on your head repeatedly. I hate this arena for the fire giant. Honestly, I dodged. I pressed the dodge button. The chill stream today, actually fighting the fire giant. What is going on? I was at the other foot. Oh no, the feet! Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I realized at the last second. Oh! Super hard focusing. Oh, not this attack. You're gonna have to dodge the utter bullshit. Oh! No! What? It bounced off of the stump. It bounced off the stump, guys. Death by feet. Sounds a lot better than it actually is. After countless of deaths and spending 3 hours of my life, my duck finally showed up in the chat, calming the fire giant down long enough for the final proc of Scarlet Rot to finish the job. That's the bleed proc. Bro, get rotted, please. He's rotted! Die from Scarlet Rot, please! Die from Scarlet Rot! Yes! 3 hours of goddamn suffering, guys. I'm not sure if I felt happiness here, relief, or sheer pain after this one. But hey, he's fucking dead. It's still very early to celebrate though. Remember, this was our first boss fight after all. And the upcoming one is of course, the one, the only, Foreskin Duo. Thankfully, this one is not going to be as bad as the Fire Giant, as we do get to summon our boy Bernal for this fight. Still, even with him on my side, this fight is far from simple. We still lack the survivability, and Bernal is simply too brain-dead to take them out alone. So we run our ass back to the snowfields for a helping hand, the Torch of Saint Trina. This is the only available sleep effect source available to us, as we don't have the capabilities to craft anything. Putting the Godskins to sleep is by far the best way to deal with their over-exaggerated aggressiveness, as one-on-one they are much less dangerous. After a dozen or so tries, I was starting to really become annoyed after dying from every single one of their goddamn attacks. So it was back to the bird farming spot for me again. After exterminating the entire monstrous crow population, I ended up with the following stats. I opted for a Faith Arcane build, because future incantations will come quite in handy, and of course buffing our bleed buildup can never be a bad idea. The only thing left for us now is to finally get good. I'm gonna separate you idiots. But now I'll take the attention of just one, and he of course takes the attention of both. We don't need to hit him too many times, we need to hit him just a couple of times, and he should be slept. Okay, he's an absolute ass. Okay, you need to hit him like 5 times and he's slept. So that's actually fairly easy to accomplish. Yo, Bernal, heal yourself, man. Please don't die. You're literally my only hope. Oh, the flies are an absolute win, guys. Also, Bernal does so much damage, man. Oh, GG. Bernal, my boy. Warming Stone. This is gonna be the strat, guys. Bernal, my boy, I need your assistance here. The noble is on my ass. As long as I die, it's over. As long as I don't die, it's over. Oh my god, Bernal is destroying him. Jesus, Bernal. Why are you so strong? And GG. Let's go. Another bullshit boss down. With the Godskins having been slain, we are awarded with a very good ability, the Black Flame Tornado. Now you can also see why I chose the Vagabond as my starting class. Besides his sword, he also starts with a halberd. Black Flame Tornado can only be equipped on polearms and twin blades, so having a halberd solves that problem for us easily. I do plan to tackle all the difficult bosses that are accessible to us from this point onwards, including of course Malenia. For that reason, I decided to backtrack a bit here and go pay a visit to the actual bane of my existence for this run, Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree. For some reason, fighting her without weapon upgrades was absurdly difficult for me here, and since this is a late game boss, her damage output was like a nuclear explosion going off. So after repeatedly being donkey kicked in the face, I simply had enough and went to challenge an arguably easier boss fight, the Black Blade Malekith. Don't worry, Loretta, I'll be back. Oh ho ho! This is looking very promising, guys. The thing is, the thing that's actually giving me the most trouble is not Malekith, but Beast Clergyman. The amount of times he does this attack is insane. Unfortunately, Scarlet Rot and Frostbite doesn't actually translate into second phase, which is honestly a big shame. How did I manage to do that? Nobody knows, but we are Black Flaming here, guys. Yeah, I knew it. It's not a 100% guaranteed punish. We just need to rot him, guys. If we can rot him, you're gonna be fine and dandy. Can I hit you? Can I hit you? Nope. We need to roll that twice. There's no winning that. He's rotted. He's rotted. Goodbye. Come on, Malekith, please. It's funny how you say I got this, but I'm basically banking on the rot to kill him. The rot got this, guys. And there is no more rot. Come on, Malekith. I know how to punish some of your attacks. This can be punished very easily. Oh my god, I dodged. Yes! Oh my god. Oh. This run is cursed. Oh my god. This is still no time to celebrate. For if you've been paying attention at all, you'll know that the horror show is only about to get worse, as we go and challenge the all-spamming Gideon of Nier. This does so much damage to him, my god. And the problem is Gideon. And he's just gonna start doing this shit. Gideon is also going to be an absolute nightmare. Oh, he has a rejection. If you don't spam first, you're gonna die. Now he's just running away, of course. I feel like not... What? Oh! Now I'm dead. You're being extremely close to him. You... bastard. Bro, how do you even stop that? Pay attention, Toto, pay attention. Watch what his movements are doing. Oh no. How did I manage to escape from the wall? Come on, Gideon. Yes! Oh my god, fuck these fights, guys, like seriously. I feel like crying. We should honestly, as a community, just band together and establish a form of the Geneva's Convention for the magicians in the lands between. Spellcasters are definitely out of control. Before we head on over to the final bosses, I forgot to mention that with the access to the Ashen Capital, we also get access to the rest of the Altus Plateau. Even though we never entered the capital, both the gate leading up to it and the boss usually guarding it are now gone. Meaning that it's time for more upgrades, boys. Besides the general flask upgrades, the first thing I really want is the Unspur Rapier. This beautiful rapier has innate Scarlet Rot built into it, meaning that we no longer need to rely on our clunky hammer. The other thing, of course, is the Black Knife. This one should be of no surprise, as the abilities of Destined Death are not something that I want to pass by in a run like this one. The final spell to collect for us is gonna be Golden Vow, for some extra attack and defense boosts. Now, we have 4 more bosses to take care of. Let us start off with Mo, as I do have a good idea on how to deal with him. Fighting Mo at the start is alright. Ironically, he's quite weak to bleed and his attacks are super telegraphed for the first phase. That all changes though once he starts the transition to the second phase. First of all, we still don't have access to the physics flask, so we are forced to face tank the damage from his nihil crap. It also doesn't help that our flasks are severely underpowered and that his second phase is just a literal flaming bloodbath. Needless to say, I cannot be bothered with that much bullshit, so let's approach this from another direction. From the top of the Mogwin Palace, we want to perform a series of very delicate jumps to the lower platform of this area. I say delicate jumps as I got repeatedly hit by the ground, got stuck between rocks and reenacted the Matrix movies.
He's beginning to believe.
Once we are at this exact location, we want to double jump off into the abyss while spamming the R1 button. After a couple of seconds, Mo's existence is no more. Easy fight, easy life. Let's take care of the final bosses now, before we start a head-banging process against Malenia. Give me the rot! And the bleed. Stab. We broke his poise with goddamn rapiers. That is disrespect at its finest. Bam. Bam. Bam, bam. No hit failed. Well, whatever. And that is second phase, nice. The hell is going on, guys? Why are rapiers breaking his poise? Oh my god. Okay, now we stab him in the ass. Got free. Are you gonna die to Scarlet Rot now? Oh my. No! Kill him in the dick, guys. Now, there is a problem, guys. And his name is Radagon and the Elden Beast. Change into this. So we want to change into this, and we want to change into this, I think. Radagon is immune to pretty much anything besides Frostbite. That's a lot of damage, though. It shouldn't be that hard. Especially when I do that. This is the boss fight I'm probably most comfortable with, besides Godfrey. I don't remember Radagon being this resistant to rot, guys. He seems to be very resistant to rot. What? Oh, there you go. The problem is when he starts destroying me. Okay, this thing poise braked. This thing does insane poise breaks, guys, honestly. I need to just be more patient for this fight because I'm getting hit by stupid shit like this. Stab him in the ass. Jesus, Radagon. Why rot rotted? Where is my rot? I want my rot. I was promised a rot, bro. If only I had fucking poison, but I can't. I literally need to, like, break his poise. Die. First try, Radagon. Now we do Black Flame Tornado. How much damage does it do? Bro, this is a lot of damage. Boom! And now this is the problem. This is the problem, guys. This fucking attack, guys. I swear to God, guys. Melee attack, melee attack. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, the perfect melee attack. Black Flame Tornado. I need to Black Flame Tornado him one more time. We need to bait. Not the bullshit. Not that attack. That is the one attack I don't want to see right now. Oh, 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 oh. This might be it, guys. This might be it. Please, 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 please. Yes! Black Flame Tornado, guys. Let's go. Oh my god, the run is not over, guys, yet. The run is not over yet. I want to try Malenia. The Elden Fish has now been turned into the Elden Dish. 2 main bosses remaining, so back to Loretta. This time it was a lot more manageable. The Unspur Rapier helps out a lot here, as our attacks are now fast enough to dish out damage as well as being able to avoid most of her stupid attacks. Together with my beautiful greatsword, this was a relatively easy kill, unlike what awaits us next. On our way to it, we pick up one last talisman, the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, which reduces physical damage taken by 20%. Being able to tank an extra hit or two is gonna be helpful for the last boss of this challenge.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Ah, hate this stupid boss. But as with all things in life, slow and steady wins the race. After God knows how many attempts at this fight, I finally managed to somewhat nail down the rhythm of the fight. My beautiful greatsword comes in here clutch, as it has great potential to stance break her quite regularly. Together with its relatively high damage output and frostbite, it was obviously the weapon of choice here. Where it gets iffy though is the second phase as always. Swarm of Flies does help out a lot in some instances, as I do manage to proc bleed quite often during the fight, which significantly lowered the time to kill her. But other than that, it was just about the rhythm, baby. A rhythmic dance between sword, swipe, and parry. A lethal symphony, silenced only by fucking death, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you enjoyed this insane run, and if you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.